Hi, everybody. Welcome to Make It Monday. I'm Jim with Amy Sews, and today I thought I'd go and deal with a topic that I've been asked a couple times this past week by people that have come into the shop, and that's how to turn a corner on your serger. So I thought I'd go and do a little surgery here for you. It's a basic, really simple technique to do. It's pretty easy. Just takes maybe a little bit of practice, and I'm going to do it on a 4-thread setup on my serger right now. You could do this technique on any type of serger, any brand, any make model, um, 3-thread, 2-thread, 4-thread, whatever you're comfortable to work with. It's all pretty much the same. It just takes like a moment to turn that corner and you can get some really great results. So that being said, we're going to switch over to the over the shoulder camera. And you can see here, I got my serger all set up. Actually, I'm on the Bernina 860, and I have it set up for 4-thread. I have my little guide here in place, and it's right along in line with the cutting blade so that I can easily see what I'm doing. Now, of course, if you're directly in front of it like I'm not, it's easier to see what you're doing. I'm still going to be looking right along here at the blade as I guide my fabric in, and I'll start with maybe a tricky one like an inside corner here. And when I set it up, I'm going to lift my foot up, put it right beside the blade. And again, my blade is in line with my guide here. And this is where I'm watching, is right along in here. I'm going to sew along at a speed that's comfortable for me. And when I get that intersection coming right up to the foot, I'm going to stop with my needle in the fabric. I'm not going to lift up that presser foot. I'm going to keep it holding in place. And I'll take this end and I'm going to pull it toward me with a little bit of tension so that it lines up with the side of my guide. And again, I'm just gonna gently tug on it to keep it straight and search right along. That, cut it off. And in that brief second of time, oops, I dropped my sample, sorry. You can see that I have, get you better light there, my corner turned. And the reason I did the 4-thread in this case, it's sometimes a little trickier with it. Some people feel because you're working with that extra needle, but I like the security of that extra stitch. And this way, if I was turning a garment, I can easily go ahead and turn it and press it for my garment finishing. But basically, see here, just with that little bit of a tug, I get a nice sharp corner. A little different when you're doing like an outside corner. I'm going to place this under my foot. The cut edge is again along the blade, so it's just trimming off any little whiskers. And I have my guide here, and that's where I'm looking at. And this time, now that I get to the edge, I'm slowing up because I want to have like one stitch right at the edge of my cut fabric, and that's when I stopped. Notice the needle stopped in the up position, and that's what you want to do. I'm now going to lift up my presser foot, and I'm going to pull straight back, and that releases the threads off the stitch finger that's underneath that presser foot. I'm then going to pivot it toward me, and I'm going to bring it up so it lines up right with the blades again. And now I'm looking down into here to see where the edge of that finished seam is. And now I'm going to go ahead and lower my presser foot. But before I do that, while my presser foot is still up, I'm going to do a slight little pull on all the threads on my looper. So I just did that, and that released all that extra slack that was down here from me pulling the fabric to the back. Now when I put my presser foot down, it'll now engage the tension discs. That's one of the big things. If you have the presser foot down, the tensions are still on the threads, and I can't pull on them easily. If the presser foot is up, the tension discs are open, I can easily pull up that extra slack. And then I can drop my foot again, engage the discs, and now when I turn, I'll get a nice sharp turn. Just like that. That's actually the back side, and that's the top side. So not too bad. You get a nice sharp corner. And before anybody asks, I better pop this in too. So if you're a newbie serger person, you want to start with a little longer tail here. I have my fabric in here. So before I get to that corner, what I would do is I maybe take a stitch And I'm going to stop with my needle in. I'm going to then lift up my presser foot. I'm going to take that tail and bring it toward me. I like to do it underneath the fabric. And I'm going to sew a little bit and then go off to the right to cut off the excess. I sewed one stitch off. I'm just going to take it, pivot it, bring it toward me at a slight angle because I don't want to cut my fabric. And I'm going to serge off at an angle like that. And that's basically how you finish the raw edges. So you're starting to stop, since you can't backstitch on a serger. You can tuck in your tail and then over serge by going backwards a little bit. And you get a really nice start and stop end to your fabric. So whatever you're working with. So hopefully that kind of helps some of the mystery of how to start and stop a serge, and also how to turn an easy corner like that. And if you still have, if you're local, and if you need a refresher course on working with your serger, or maybe if you just got a serger for the holidays, be sure to go to our website at amysews.com and check out all the classes that are going on, because we are having an in-store event next month in March. And it's a 2-day. You can take one or both days. And it's kind of like a refresher boot camp where we're going to go teach you all the things about your serger on day 1, and day 2, we're going to go into various different stitches. And usually our classes fill up really quick. So you may want to get out and check it out there if you're interested. And also, if you're local too in Harmony, Pennsylvania area, we're doing a bus trip to the expo. So if you're interested in going to the Original Sewing Quilt Expo, be sure to check in there, because we have a trip going out. And if you kind of like this class, you may want to check out some of the classes I've offered there, since I'm one of the staff instructors there also. Then be in Cleveland, and of course across the other parts of the Eastern United States. So you want to go to sewingexpo.com to get all the newest updates as to what we have to offer, classes available, and sign up quick, because it does fill up fast. And of course, if you like that serger technique I showed you there, we do have a subscription that you can go to. Also, check out the website where we do the monthly serger box, where we do a bi-monthly event of different projects, techniques. And of course, we send you a package of all the goodies that you need to do with the project that we're working on, and a little bit more too. And of course, if you're into the cutting machines, we also offer a scan and cut box too. So be sure to check out the website for those subscription offers and in-store class events that we have here, and special events like the trip to the expo. So be sure to go to amysews.com and check up all those news features there. And hopefully you enjoyed our Make It Monday. So be sure to leave a comment, and tell a friend if you liked it. And if you do share our tip with somebody, please tell them where you heard it. Okay, so really appreciate that. And if you're local, stop into Harmony, Pennsylvania, and check out the store next door. You'll really love it. So with that being said, I hope you have a great day. And remember, the more you know, the more you sew. Take care.